Hello, world! Ready to meet our friend, Wally the Wiggly Worm. Now, Wally isn't your ordinary worm. He's friendly, he's curious, and he lives in a vibrant garden that is teeming with life. It's a place where every leaf and pebble has a story to tell, where every day is an opportunity to make a new friend. In this bustling world of ours, Wally is a tiny creature with a big heart. His home, the garden, is a playground filled with plants of all shapes and sizes, buzzing insects, and other fascinating creatures. He finds joy in the simple things, like exploring the nooks and crannies of the garden, meeting new friends, and discovering new things. Every day is a new adventure for Wally, and he can't wait to share it with you. Wally's world might be small, but for him, it's a big place filled with exciting adventures. Let's see what he's up to today. It's a beautiful day in Wally's garden. Wally is ready to start a new adventure. With the sun shining brightly in the sky and the gentle wind rustling the leaves, Wally the Wiggly Worm decides it's the perfect day to explore a part of the garden he hasn't seen before. With a sense of curiosity and a dash of courage, he begins his journey. As he wriggles his way through the tall green grass, Wally comes across a cluster of daisies. They're standing tall and proud, their white petals reaching out towards the sunlight. Wally marvels at their beauty, and in that moment, he learns about the daisy's love for the sun. Wriggling on, Wally encounters a group of busy ants. They're hard at work, carrying food back to their colony. Wally watches them with fascination, admiring their teamwork and determination. From the ants, Wally learns about the power of unity and the importance of working together. Further into his journey, Wally meets a ladybug resting on a leaf. She's bright red with black spots, a striking contrast against the green of the leaf. The ladybug shares with Wally how her bright colors warn predators that she's not a good meal. Wally learns about the ladybug's defense mechanism, and he's amazed at how clever nature can be. As the day progresses, Wally encounters more plants and insects, each with their unique traits and stories. He meets a butterfly with beautiful, delicate wings. He learns about the butterfly's transformation from a caterpillar. He comes across a spider spinning its intricate web and learns about the spider's patience and precision. Every encounter is a new lesson for Wally. He's not just exploring the garden, he's learning about the world one wriggle at a time. Every new plant, every new insect he meets adds to his understanding of the garden and the world beyond it. And as the sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the garden, Wally knows that his journey is far from over. There's so much more to see, so much more to learn. Wally's journey is just starting. He's excited for what he might find. Wally encounters a big rock blocking his path. He's not sure how to get around it. Just as Wally is wiggling his way through his grand adventure, he comes face to face with a giant obstacle. A huge rock stands in his path, casting a long shadow that seems to reach out to Wally, a clear sign of the challenge that lies ahead. Wally looks left, then right, and even upwards. But the rock is too big, too wide, and too tall. There's no clear way around it. Wally starts to feel a sinking feeling in his stomach. The rock seems to be laughing at him, mocking his size and his inability to climb over it. The frustration is mounting, and it's almost as if Wally can feel the weight of the rock pressing down on him. For a moment, Wally considers giving up. Maybe this adventure is too big for a small worm like him. Maybe he's not cut out for this. The rock is a symbol of all the challenges that seem too big to conquer. It stands tall and firm, while Wally feels small and powerless. But then, something shifts in Wally. He remembers why he started this adventure in the first place. He remembers the thrill of exploring new places, the joy of meeting new friends, and the satisfaction of overcoming obstacles. He realizes that this rock, this challenge, is just another part of his adventure. With renewed determination, Wally looks at the rock again. This time it doesn't seem as big or as intimidating. This time, Wally sees the rock not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a challenge to be conquered. Wally takes a deep breath, braces himself, and starts to wiggle around the rock. It's not easy, but Wally is persistent. He keeps going, refusing to let this challenge beat him. With each wiggle, Wally gets a little bit closer to the other side of the rock. He's making progress, slowly but surely. Even when the path gets tough, Wally realizes that giving up is not an option. Just when Wally is about to lose hope, he hears familiar voices. Suddenly, the air buzzes with a vibrant energy, a chorus of cheers and hoots echoing from the distance. Wally's heart leaps with joy as he recognizes these sounds. It's his friends. There's Bella the butterfly, fluttering in with a soft, soothing hum, her wings shimmering like a rainbow in the sunlight. She's followed by Timmy the tortoise, slow and steady, his shell glistening like an emerald. Then comes Lenny the ladybird, buzzing in on tiny wings, his black spots contrasting sharply against his bright red shell. Wally's friends from all corners of the garden have come to his aid. They've heard about the giant rock blocking Wally's path, and they're here to help. Each friend brings something unique to the table. Bella, with her keen eyesight, scans the rock from above. Timmy, with his sturdy shell, pushes against the rock with all his might. Lenny, with his small size, scouts for any openings or weak points. Together, they form a formidable team. They brainstorm and experiment, trying different approaches, never giving up. They huff and puff, push and pull until finally they find a way. With a combined effort, they manage to move the rock just enough to create a passage for Wally. The garden erupts in cheers. Wally, relieved and grateful, thanks his friends. He's learned a valuable lesson today. That although he may be small with a little help from his friends, he can overcome even the biggest obstacles. Wally's friends, in turn, are proud of him. They've seen his bravery, his determination, and his will to continue his adventure no matter what. They bid him farewell, promising to always be there for him no matter where his journey takes him. With a little help from his friends, Wally learns that teamwork can solve even the biggest problems. And so, with newfound hope and a heart full of gratitude, Wally continues his adventure, ready to face whatever comes his way. With the rock out of the way, Wally continues his journey. Our little hero, Wally the wiggly worm, wriggles forward with renewed vigor. The garden, his vast and vibrant world, awaits his exploration, and he's not alone. His friends, the ever-cheerful chirping crickets and the industrious ants, are right by his side. As their adventure progresses, they stumble upon a patch of sunflowers towering high above them like golden skyscrapers. They're mesmerized by the sheer magnificence of these floral giants. Wally, ever so curious, learns from the bees how these sunflowers turn their heads to follow the sun. He's fascinated by this dance with the daylight, a beautiful ballet of nature. From the sunflower field, they venture onward, moving towards the glistening pond. There they meet the elegant swans and the playful frogs, each with their own tales to tell. Wally listens intently, absorbing every word, every lesson. He learns about the swans' long journey from distant lands and the frogs' transformation from tiny tadpoles. Every creature, every corner of the garden has a story, and Wally is eager to hear them all. Along the way, Wally and his friends also learn about the importance of teamwork. When they come across a fallen leaf blocking their path, they don't panic. Instead, they work together, combining their strengths. The ants form a chain, the crickets lend their jumping skills, and Wally, with his wiggly strength, helps move the leaf. Their journey is not just about exploration, it's about growing together, about understanding the value of unity in the face of adversity. As the sun begins to set, painting the sky with hues of pink and orange, our friends decide to call it a day. They've learned so much, met so many new friends, and there's still so much more to discover. As Wally nestles into his cozy burrow, he reflects on the day's adventures. He's excited about the lessons he's learned, the friendships he's formed, and the mysteries that still await him. Wally's adventure is full of surprises. He can't wait to see what tomorrow will bring. As the sun sets, Wally reflects on his adventure. Today was no ordinary day for our friend Wally the wiggly worm. It was filled with twists and turns, ups and downs, but through it all, Wally kept moving forward. He discovered that even when things appear as tough as a bird's beak, giving up is not an option. He learned that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to become an even wigglier worm. And you know what else? Wally realized the power of teamwork and friendship. He saw how his friends rallied around him, lending a hand, or rather a paw, a feather, and even a leaf when he needed it most. Their support reminded Wally that no worm is an island and that true strength lies in unity. As Wally the wiggly worm rests for the night, he knows he's ready for whatever adventure comes next. Remember, no matter how big or small your world is, there's always something new to learn and someone new to meet.